Hello everyone, welcome to Leoguidance time if this is your first time, and welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. It's so good to have you here. So today's pick card reading is going to be about what good news are coming in your way. I'll try to make it as clear and as to the point as possible. And actually the current energies that I'm in is just like making me feel so excited. So I feel like there's like a certain different type of miracles that's coming for each group. And for the first time when I was shuffling the cards and cleaning the energies, I actually was guided to get some general messages before the pick a card portion of the reading. So if you just would like to directly go to your reading, you can find the timestamps in the description box below if you don't want to listen to this part. But right now, I'm going to shuffle only one card from this deck, hopefully. Let's see. It is the Soul's Journey cards. And let me channel for what is coming in for collective consciousness, spirits, for what good news are coming for the collective consciousness. Why do you need to hear a collective message right now, Spirit? What good news are coming for the collective consciousness, Spirit? Okay, oh my god, we have happiness. So I'm picking up an energy that you don't see it coming, but it's coming. You feel like you have been on a spiral for so long that you thought that maybe you lost friends along the way. Maybe you have been parted with the family or the people that you considered as family. You might think that something is gone for long, but it is not. If it's meant to be with you, then it's going to come back and find you. And if it has left your life, it's going to be replaced with something a lot better. I'm picking up energy that most people are coming in union with their soul tribes, with their soul family. This might be even in the I'm hearing physical form. I was about to say that this might be even in the connection in the spiritual form, but I'm hearing physical form. Some of you might be planning to travel somewhere to refresh your mind, maybe somewhere you haven't even been before, somewhere even you didn't know it existed. It's going to be amazingly refreshing for you, and it's going to be inspiring. And I feel that you need it, and actually you can be able to make time and also spare some physical resources to be able to do that, is what I'm hearing, if you resonate with the message. And happiness says that I'm aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Anytime you question whether like you're on the right path, this might manifest in a way that you wanted something and it just fall off. And you're questioning that, was I trying for something even like that was meant for my highest good? Then the answer lies within your heart. You can easily reach out to it by just asking you, if I would have gotten that opportunity, that person, that home, like whatever it is, how would I be feeling it? Like, how is it feeling within my heart to imagining me having that? Am I happy? Am I truly happy? Or is there some kind of like lower vibrational energy there, anxiety, worry, or yeah, anxiety and worry around that? They're always going to be, but you can be able to differentiate the difference between do I want it just because my soul wants it, or do I want it just because I think that it's going to make me happy? So is it like heart-driven or mind-driven? Oh my god, and denial. No wonder the happiness comes first before the denial. It says that I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the inside of awareness. So everything you've gone through until this point, it was for you to actually learn the things that were not meant for your highest good, and distinct it between your intuition speaking to you versus your mind is creating scenarios for you. Because I believe that you guys in general are very, very mind driven, and there were many things that you might have been doing it which was not fulfilling your soul at the first place, so you had to let them go. And there might be some denial, and there might be some procrastinations around letting things go that is not serving for your highest good anymore. You're leveling up up. You're meant to level up. You're meant to bring in the souls that is meant for your happily ever after. And you're at right now the transition process of letting go things, so that you can bring in those people, those opportunities you want, and anything that has been actually fall off from your life, you are meant to let it go because they were not meant for you. And anytime when you are finding yourself in denial, just lean on to asking the question, like, would that thing would have make my soul really truly happy? Like, what do I really want to have to be happy? Like, what would lead my ultimate happiness in this life? And how can I start like creating the down to earth step-by-step plan to start doing to bring my manifestations into the reality? I hope it makes sense. But these are the general collective messages I got right now. I hope that was already making some sense for most of you. And now I'm going to move on to the pick a card portion of this reading. Let me gather these ones up and give this one a shuffle. And I will show you the groups. This Soul's Journey cards are going to be representing group number 1 with the tigers. Oops. With the tiger's eye on it. And the Moonology cards then here with the fluorite on it is going to be representing group number 2. And let me move them aside. I'll be using the Muse Tarot deck with the amethyst on it, representing group number 3. So you can do your selection, pause the video whichever way you like, but whenever you decided on your pile, I am going to be see you at your pile. Hello group number 1, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the Soul's Journey Oracle cards with the tiger's eye on it, then this is going to be your reading. So let us start your reading, group number 1, and I would like to actually start by, let me get first the Soul's Journey cards for you. You might have thought that recently you've gone through some kind of like a loss. You're asked to go out in the nature, ground yourself a little bit, because I feel like you're at the transition period. If you have, especially resonating with the first part of the message, collective message of this video, that you might be doubting yourself whether you're ever gonna get where you want to be, because things might be going in the opposite direction than what you wanted it recently, and you might be questioning universe's intentions, people's intentions, your own intentions, if you are putting your energy into the right places. However, things are leaving your life at the moment. You're at the transition period, and you were meant to come out even stronger than before, and things are going to start aligning for you. But let's see. Okay. Oh, we have empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. I feel like there might be some type of like, there might be even like a relationship or work-related situation that might have gone to a little bit south, or you might have find yourself in crossroads. Like you might find yourself in between two people, two situations. You're asked to see two sides of the story, because first of all, your guys are saying that we don't want you to take sides. We don't want you to pick sides, because it's not yours to carry that burden. You're simply being there as a mediator. And you're going to come out successful from that situation. And for some of you, your guys are saying that we don't want you to actually really like get so much attached to the situation, because it's very temporary for you that the situation is here. Yeah, success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. Like, whatever the situation is, your guys want you to see it with love, because there is definitely a successful outcome coming out from this situation. You're asked to surrender that I can release my need to control. I feel like many of you, group number 1, are extremely determined people. You know what you want out from life. You are going to follow your heart. and you're going to keep putting all the efforts until you get what you want out from life. But I feel that sometimes you are losing the point of doing that. Like you're losing the point of the reason why you're doing that, because wherever you pour your energy into, you're gonna get success out of it, group number one. But then your guys want you to be so mindful about whether you really want that thing. Like, is your soul wanting that thing, or is your mind wanting that thing? Because our minds could be wanting some things just because we thought that we were going to get approval from our society or other people. We thought that, let's say, something is going to be better paying for us, so it might be more logical to go into that place, even if actually you don't have much of interest of keep pursuing that. Or your mind could be telling you that, okay, this person sounds so stable out on the paper. We are going to have like a stable relationship. We will be provided financially, no worries. So it seems like a good choice to partner up with that person or procreate with that person. However, your mind, your heart would not be actually so much in the place. So they're just examples. And one message coming from your guys saying that, just think about why you're doing some things, your motivation behind it, and then follow it, because wherever you pour your energy, you're gonna get always success out of it. And with the empathy card, I'm just like feeling there's a specific message that most of you are going through some kind of like a situation where it's a situation that you are not guided to take any sides of it. You're guided to not to choose any sides in the situation and actually mediate through the situation. And your words are a lot powerful than you give yourself credit for, or you thought so at the beginning of the situation. So whatever you say, actually, people are going to listen to you, and it's going to have a big impact about changing people's point of view. Oh yes. I even saw the Hangman. What good news are coming for group number one, Space Spirit? I'm picking up an energy that you will be in a power position very soon. Like, if you have been aiming to progress in your career, if you have been aiming to get a promotion, it is coming there. And actually, you're going to get it, not out from the blue, but you're going to get it when you ask for it. Is what it's getting. When you show people, oh my god, we had death and we had the Wheel of Fortune. When you show people what you actually worth, because I feel like with the death card, there is this woman in here, and you can see that like there's a face in here, and the moth is on her mouth. So she has been keeping her mouth shut for quite a long while, and she has been in this like a divulging energy of overthinking. You can see that the woman in here, and there's spider webs on her crown chakra around her mind, and her mind is just split in between two. She knows deep down, group number one, you know deep down what you needed to say, what you needed to do, because you have been literally tearing yourself apart to do different directions, where two of those directions keep screaming at you what you should be doing. They keep being screaming at you the same thing that you need to be doing, but you haven't been, is what I'm keep getting. So I feel like things are going to reach up to a very peak point very, very soon. And you are going to come out of it even stronger and more flexible than before. People are going to see the real power of you. We have Strength card in here under the bottom of the deck. You might have been dealing with a very difficult person. It might be a client, it might be a colleague, it might be someone personal in your life that's going to be different for each of you. However, what I'm seeing is that you're going to slay the demons in the situation. If they refer to some people, if they refer to some patterns, some toxic patterns of some toxic people, or your negative or limited way of thinking, you are slaying those demons down. You can see how colorful the Ace of Swords is with her hair in here, and how actually more of like a grounded color those Death and the real card is. So in between, you speaking out, you literally speaking your truth out is going to bring out this breakthrough to the situation. So whatever it is on your mind that you have been holding yourself back away from doing, you are very, very much guided to do that. So it's going to bring out like very much of fulfillment for you, because it's going to restore your own confidence is what I'm hearing. This is going to be a new start for you. This is your leveling up era, literally. Plus, very specific message. You have physical features in this world, in this reincarnation as a human being, group number 1, regardless of your gender. It's given to you. Beauty, handsomeness, you have it. You have also this aura of attractiveness that you draw people in. You are guided to use that. So especially whenever you put into the positions of power, especially whenever you put in front of the eyes of the other people to speak up, you are asked to use your charms, because you have those charms for a reason. It's nothing bad that for you to use it. You're aware of it, but you're shying away from taking advantage of it. But not all people has those charms. Not all people have those looks, and there is a reason for it. Most of the time, when you have that kind of like a power to easily influence people, to be able to make people listen to you, it's for a reason, because you have a higher purpose that involves other people, that most probably you might need to influence them. You might need to come your ideas across towards them. And you are guided to have the least resistance towards doing that. So use that power of yours. Whatever makes you feel comfortable, put on that clothes, put on that outfit, put on that accessories. Make your hair in a way that you feel the most comfortable to, most confident to, and like don't hide yourself away at all costs. And this is going to help you to actually steer the wheel into the direction you want it. They're very specific messages. Okay. There are too many cards in here, but first of all, we have a personal issue reaches resolution for Moon in Cancer. Then we have meditate and contemplate the new Moon in Pisces. You have been wishing for something for so long, and now it is about to come to fruition. You might have been thinking that, like, you might have been in denial of the fact that whatever you are wishing for is in your reach. You might be thinking that whatever you have been wishing for is out of your reach. It's not meant to find you, but it is. If that's a person, if that is around like resolving some kind of like emotional conflict that has been there for so long, it is going to be resolved. It is within your reach. You need to believe in it. And it's just like, in order for this emotional issue to come to resolution, you nearly had to go through the darkest of the time to realize your own personal power, so that you had to emerge from it even stronger than before. I'm picking up an energy that you are a very lively person. You are a believer. However, there are those many times in your life that there were many struggles, and you have been keep getting like frustrated and like very much filled with some kind of like a rage or anger towards why these things are happening in these ways. Like most of the people I know, they haven't needed to go through those like phases. They got things a lot easier than I did, and I had to fight for it a lot, and still I feel like I still need to fight for a lot more than those other people. So what's the point of it all? I feel like you're going to find out the reasons why very soon. You think that you know the reasons, like you might have figured out, let's say 30-20% of it. It might sound a little bit discouraging, but it's not, because the rest of the information you are going to keep like downloaded from the universe about the reasons why you had to go through it all is going to make a lot more sense. because you have been putting the hard work and you never shy away from putting the hard work. And I feel like what good news is coming your way is that you are going to actually go through a switch in your life, and that switch is going to come by your own doing. Basically, you speaking up for yourself and you starting a new cycle for yourself. You standing up for yourself is what's going to bring that change. Then I'm even hearing that some of you might be deciding to leave a job, and that's going to be a big change for you, and it's going to be all guided for your highest good. But take the message if this is resonating for you. You don't need to leave a job if you don't want to. You're not going to be forced to. So what I'm saying is that you had this tendency, group number 1, to keep working hard. And now you're going to be switching your focus from working harder to working smarter. You're going to be able to see the bigger picture a lot more, and this is again giving me an energy of you are going to be in power of position. If you have been thinking about you needed to get promoted, you will be. If you have been aiming for a managerial position or more like an upper level position, then you will be. I'm seeing an energy that you are going to be in charge of people in some way, shape, or form. And you are just like made for this. Like, you thrive when you are actually listened to, when you can be actually influenced. So do not ignore your true calling in nature, is what your guides are saying. But these are all the messages I got for you, group number 1. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you resonated to reading. So if you did so, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It really do helps me. And if you ever want to connect with me further, you can find my email address in the description box below if you want to book a personal reading with me. But I'm wishing you an amazing rest of your day. Until then, very much take care of yourselves, and bye-bye. Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the Moonology Oracle cards with the fluorites on it, then this is going to be your reading. I'm pretty excited for your reading. When I was shuffling your Soul's Journey Oracle cards, the Peace card just fell off, and it says that I am being of love and I release all the negative energy. I'm really already feeling very peaceful. I feel like this is the energy that you are embodying. Like, you're going through some change at the moment, and I don't feel like you're at that stage of the transition period where everything is shaky and like uncertain. I feel like you're at the tranquility, like you're nearly at the end of the change. Like you'll go through, you already gone through the darker moments, and you come out from it already stronger. So it is the after energy of group number 1 nearly. I'm like very, very happy and excited and joyful when I'm tapping into your energy. So let's see what else is actually coming your way. I'll be getting one more card from the Soul's Journey cards, group number 2. I nearly wanted to say group number 1. And if some of you are feeling that you're not yet that peaceful, or you had some doubts around it, because some of you might be at a position to make a decision. Like you might have been at crossroads and you don't know what basically path to take. I have been telling in the intro the collective message. If you listen to that, if you haven't, there might be a message for you. So the path that is right for you, that is going to lead to your ultimate happiness, or a stepping stone towards your ultimate happiness, is going to make you feel joyful and at peace and true happiness within your soul. So once you thought of yourself as you gotten the opportunity, if you have like a choice A and choice B to make, so if you imagine yourself, you got the choice A. So you got where you're going to get if you chosen the direction A. How would you have been feeling it? Really, like without any bias, Just think it truly and be very honest to yourself. And you don't have to do it all at once. You can just contemplate it for a couple of days and then realize what it truly means for you and for your soul to choose the direction A. Versus you can do the same thing for the direction B. If you have gotten the end of the road once you chose direction B, and you don't need to know like where it's going to take you through the end of the way when you choose a certain direction. It's just like the first thing that you could see once you made a decision to choose a direction B, how you're making, how you are feeling. Then you can actually be able to see it more clearly that I feel that what direction you actually want to go. Because I cannot tell you that. The people in your life cannot tell you that. We can only guide you through our own perspective. And the better the person in your life knows you, they might be able to give you a little bit more accurate answers, also depending on their intention towards you, so that they can actually help you to understand yourself better, hopefully, to choose a direction for your highest good, not the direction that they think you should be choosing. They should be directing you to understand what is the thing that you want. So ultimately, you are the one that's going to make the end choice. And they want me to say that it's going to be good. Interesting. We have forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Could you see that kind of like a chain around here? I feel like you might have been on a spiraling journey of something from your past that you have been holding on to. There might be a couple of events that could be actually keeping you stuck. Like, that really goes very much actually hands in hands with the peace. I'm not sure if some of you are going to retreat. You might haven't actually gone to a retreat. You might be actually even like traveling to somewhere quite different than where you're living in right now, or you haven't been before, or you have an ultimate location that you love. You go there to find some tranquility, is what I'm picking up. This is going to help you to forgive some things, but it's not going to come as like unicorns and rainbows and sunshines. You might actually find out some deeper realizations that is going to be a little bit, I'm hearing, harder to swallow at first, because you're going to also be able to see your part in it, to accept it, and this is going to lead to forgiveness. And I'm going to take one more card. Success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. So you're going to be able to see everyone involved, including yourself, through the eyes of the love. So you're going to be able to come out from it even stronger than before. So whatever has been holding you back from the past, has been blocking your success, is going to be resolved and dissolved very, very gently. I feel like some part of you, it might not be an easier to hear message, but could be still in denial towards the realities of what has happened. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the inside of awareness. You might be able to like, actually, you might want to like take a screenshot of it or like remember it. What I'm hearing is that with the denial and forgiveness, and they're really going hand to hand in here, and there's one card that it's not a literal that. It says, I'm learning that endings are merely new beginnings. So something in your life is leaving. What is leaving is your beliefs, your old beliefs towards how or why things have played out in a way that it did in the past. In order to keep you safe, your ego might have created a scenario that put the other people on blame, and put yourself as the pure innocent person, which you are. But I feel like your ego didn't want to put any blame on you, or didn't want to even acknowledge that there might be a little part of you also contributed that how things have unfolded. That was like a very, very good and important protection mechanism for you that you really, really needed it. And definitely there is no judgment, because we all do that. I did it as well many times. So I'm feeling that you are realizing. You're realizing what has happened in the past. And actually, I'm not picking up there is going to be much resistance from you towards accepting what it is. And believe me, you're going to be left with so much peace once this has been forgiven, and it's actually going to unlock the ways for you that you have even didn't know that it was possible. And I'm also picking up on energy that you don't quite know that what this kind of like energy that you have been holding on from the past was blocking for you, like what kind of blessings they were blocking for you to receive. Let's see. Actually, I want to ask, like, once this has been removed, what good news and blessings are coming for group number 2's way, Spirit? Okay, we have 2 cards. We have Page of Inspiration, and there's this like magical rainbow color again in her hair and the clouds. There was also 1 card for group number 1 in the middle. There was this like a rainbow color for her hair. We have the Star in reverse. Let's get 1 more card. I feel like you have been conditioned to believe that group number 2, that you always had to be the bigger person. You always had to understand others. You always had to kind of sacrifice yourself and provide for others. Let's say that this is kind of an example from my own life. Okay, when you were growing up, let's say that you had something in your life that was bothering you, and it was related to an external person. So you wanted to basically lean towards your parents and just like basically explain the situation to them, that that person is bothering me, like I do not like his or her behavior, I want to call it out. And your mom or your dad or whoever your caretaker is just telling you that swallow it, like the other person's always right, you are always wrong, like not directly like that, but this is the implication. So if you are bothered by something, you never go and tell it to the other person. You just hold it within you. This is the biggest thing to do. This is the most prideful thing to do. This is the most ultimate thing that you could ever achieve in the life. So this creates resentment. This creates basically feeling that your needs does not matter. You always put yourself below the other people's needs. You always see the other people ahead of you. You always look out for other people who has 1/10 of the experience or understanding than you actually did have. And you keep just like watching your self-confidence fading away day by day. And then until a point that you actually realize that this was all a bull hack, and then you actually need to reborn. I'm really seeing that you're coming into a very, very amazing awareness. The Star card in reverse telling me that you are healing a big ancestral trauma in here. It hasn't been easy for you. You are I'm hearing you're the deal breaker, like as if like your ancestors had made a deal to keep themselves small, and in return of keeping themselves small, they basically gained safety, but at the same time they limited themselves towards exploring the beauty of the world. So they were living a very mediocre life with not much of joy in their life. And now you break that deal, because you are not meant to play it small in this life. Not at all. Oh my God. We have 6 of emotions. Can you see her face? Like she's so bored and her inner child isn't here. Like literally your inner child, first of all, needs a vacation. She needs to play regardless of your gender. And I'm just seeing, oh my God, there's one other girl in here at the beach. Like she's looking at them. It's like, this is your future self. This is your higher self. And I saw 12:12 on the clock. Your higher self is looking within you. And she's like, I understand it all. I understand why this is your current self. This is your inner child, past self. And this is your higher self. Your higher self is telling that I understand right now why you're feeling in this way. You are about to see that this child needs you, and you are the one that's going to break the cycle and get you out of it, so that this is your dream, right? Let's say you want to be out in the ocean. You want to basically go out into the beach when there is a sun outside all the time, and you just do not have to work from 9 to 5. Let's say you don't need to worry about anything that's not your concern. You're just here in this paradise of a world, of earth, just to enjoy it. And here I am, I'm doing that. And you're going to come here as well too. In order to do that, I'm seeing you have multiple talents with the Eight of Pentacles. And this is also you giving yourself a pep talk to basically take a leap of faith and leave the things behind. And I'm just like interpreting those like voice things, the three of them, as like three of swords. So actually you are leaving some heartaches behind. You're forgiving what has happened to you in the past, and you're not letting your past experiences to hold you back anymore, so that you can take a step towards your dreams. Because I feel like you have been keeping yourself so small. You have a lot of talents in multiple different areas, and mostly when it comes to the art. I'm just picking up an immense feminine energy from you, regardless of your gender. Let's say, for example, you can be a very talented singer. You can be a very talented artist. Like, you might have actually quite natural talents about drawing, painting, and making things more beautiful. Like, even how you present yourself out in the world, how you talk, your tonation, how you walk. It's like a piece of art, and not everyone could be able to do that. Like, for example, you might be going out on the street and you are just like seeing some people, and you might have this urge to basically want to make them look more beautiful. Like, you're like, oh my god, if I could have just have an opportunity, I could have just changed this one and this one and this one, and they will be looking just as amazing. So you have this eye and touch, like a Midas touch, I'm feeling, that to make things better. And ultimately better. Like, once you actually put your touch in it and your soul in it, that thing doesn't change only temporarily. You change it permanently. And this is the inspirational part of you. You have multiple talents and you are meant to explore them. And this is actually what's coming in your way. You are not going to keep yourself small anymore, group number 2. You're going to release yourself and basically allow yourself to explore all of your talents and pursue all of them, regardless of what other people might be thinking. I feel like most of your talents are not the mainstream income things. You might be having multiple side incomes to make your living actually once you choose that path. But I don't think that you're going to mind it. I feel like with this kind of like an energy that you're pushed towards taking the direction, towards exploring things, you are going to be provided. So, I'm seeing as your last cards, hold your vision and time, take time to breathe out. What is coming up for you next, group number 2? And I nearly wanted to say group number 3, so there might be messages in group number 3 for you too. Is you are going to, I feel like, go on a retreat, even to some place that you always knew that you always go to take a breath, to take a time out from the world, or a new location, or you're literally going to create that kind of like a retreat time for you in your own personal home. You might be like cutting out some social contact for a while. You might be going into the hermit mode because you need to like balance yourself out. You need to release some things and you need to let go of your past. Basically, in order to do that, I pick up an energy that this is going to be for a couple of months. You're going to start feeling you are good enough. So there might be a Virgo energy very dominant in your south, in your basically South Node. There might be a very dominant, like a Virgo energy. You might need to let go of control in this lifetime, one of your purposes. You might actually need to learn how to let go with the flow and explore more of your creative talents in here and use them, combine them with your determination as well. You have been going through a lot of challenges in this lifetime, and this lifetime does not always have to be this challenging for you. You're literally clearing out any past residual challenges in your life so that you can start afresh. But these are all the messages I got for you, group number 2. I hope you find them helpful and resonating. If you did so, please like the video, subscribe and share it. It really do helps me. And if you want to further connect with me for personal reading, you can find my email address in the description box below. But I'm wishing you an amazing rest of your week until then, and I hope to see you next time. Take care of yourselves and bye-bye. Hello, group number 3. Welcome to our reading. If you have chosen the Muse Tarot cards with the amethyst on it, then this is going to be a reading. So before I start with your reading, I'd like to share with you what I have been keep seeing when I was clearing your cards. And these are general messages, so if it's not meant for you, just leave the messages out. Maybe there's going to be different messages coming once I start shuffling the cards. But I'm very much guided to share that one of the good news coming your way, group number 3, and this might not feel as so much of a good news if you resonate with this message for some of you, and for some of you this might feel like kind of a relief. So there might be a relationship in your life that you might actually be in a commitment with that person, or maybe even living together, I'm not sure, but for an extent this is somehow a stable relationship. You might find yourself staying in this relationship out of fear a little bit. So you might not be as much happy and fulfilled in this relationship anymore compared to once it was before. And as an explanation towards why you have been keeping yourself out of fear means you might be thinking that whether you're going to regret if you want to basically stop this relationship or break this relationship off. Do you think that could you be able to find even someone or some relationship better than this, because this might be the best you've ever got until this point? Or you might be thinking that how the other people are going to pursue it, if that is any of your concern. Or you might be even like have a fear of being alone if you basically stop pursuing this relationship. There might be like many ways that it could just manifest, but for some of you, you actually want to hear messages that's gonna confirm that yes, like your soul has been calling you to do this thing, and now you have permission to do that, for example, if that makes sense, because you were just like so undecisive about whether to do that so or not, because you don't want to regret anything. But for some of you, this might still be a little bit challenging to hear. But let's see, these are the general messages. If the cards are going to start emphasizing the same thing, or we are going to get different messages. Let's see group number 3. Again, if this was not your message, there might be messages in another group for you, or maybe we are going to now focus on something different. So what are the good news coming for, group number 3? I believe we are going to talk about the same thing. So we have grief. I understand that losing something is an important opportunity to appreciate it. We have love and imagination. The love says that I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. The imagination says that I embrace and nourish the creative aspects of my mind. I feel that you have manifested this relationship already, group number 3. Whatever you, what kind of like a relationship we are talking about, or if this is not a person, that might be something you're actually doing it, you know. You do it as your hobby, as your job. You love it. You create something out there. It's a process for you and you love doing that. However, with this grief card and some loneliness in here, Like, I know that I'm never alone, but like, still, like, courage. I find the inner strength to face the fear with confidence and doubt. Like, you want to take a step towards, basically, you know, I feel like leaving something, but there might be a fear of literally loneliness in here, and like some grief, like, am I going to be losing something that I already have? Is it going to be replaced with even something better, or is it gonna last forever? So, first of all, your guys are saying that things are not black and white. It never was. You gain a lot from this relationship, from this person, from this thing that you love putting your energy into. Because first of all, start seeing everything from the eyes of love. This is going to help detaching from situations emotionally, because once you see everything with love, you can be able to see things more objectively, because you're not attached to them that emotionally, because you can understand their side as well. If that's a person, and let's say that in order for you to keep connecting to that person, you need for them to do something else than they could be able to do at the moment, or show up in a different way, and they cannot be able to do it. So when you are emotionally attached to the situation, and when you are not seeing everything out of the filters with love, then it's easier to see it with blackness, that this person doesn't provide me anymore. I'm not fulfilled in this relationship anymore. And I know that he or she could have been doing it, but they are not doing it. And then you start feeling a little bit resentful. Like, you start seeing things like what you don't have. But once you start seeing things off from the love, then your perspective changes towards, okay, I know they're doing their best. I know they cannot provide me what I need at the moment. And I can see the reasons why. Like, he or she cannot provide me this thing I need because this is what they're going through right now, or this is how they are seeing the situations right now. Like, my perspective towards the situation might be very different than how they're actually perceiving it. Like, how I communicated it very clearly to them what I needed, or am I just expecting them to fulfill something that they're not even in the awareness of knowing that I need that. And where was I going with this? Yes. And also, besides this, even after you see that their perspective in the situation, this might basically justify the reasons why they cannot provide it for you, but you might still want to leave the situation. Definitely all on your hands. And by seeing the situation with love is also going to help you not only see it from their perspective, but it's also going to help you to see everything that they have provided for you, that most probably you couldn't be able to like reach those things that they provided for you if you would have been alone. Let's say that they might have been showing you the utmost respect and the love that you haven't seen before. They might have made you feel very, very valuable, very respected, and this is something that you're always going to appreciate. So if you can see the difference between switching from likeness mindset of like, they never do that, they don't understand me, from they did their best, and they, thanks to them, now I see things from this perspective, is made a huge difference already. So switching from grief mindset into the positive, seeing everything with love, is going to make a lot of difference for you, I believe, in a very, very short run. And it's also going to help you to make decisions, I believe. And also imagining that everything is going to work out for you. What good news are coming for group number 3, Sway Spirit? What good news are coming for group number 3, Sway, please? I'm seeing the Sun card. Okay, it's the Hanged Muse. Maybe it was the Hanged Man card. Ooh, let me get that one. We have the Nine of Wands, Nine of Inspiration, and let's get one more card. I'm seeing that you are walking the walk. Like, you're not only talking the talk, but you are walking the walk. Oh my god. Okay, they're all over the floor. I see the Sun card now. Okay. I will put them back because we have a lot of cards on the floor. And I cannot pick them all up so properly as well. We have definitely 7 of Emotions here. I will put it back here. And I'll get one more card. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay. And we have 4 of Wands and the Magician in reverse. So, group number 3. You're going to see why things have been happening in the way that they are. You're going to understand the reason why this person was in your life at the first place, why they have come into your life. You're going to see more clearly what they have been here for to contribute. And you're going to gain more clarity about whether this person's here to stay or leave. Or if there's a chance for you to reconnect again, or if this is a job situation or a career, anything you want to pursue in the physical realm, a house you want to buy, a car, whatever is that, you're going to understand why things are happening in the way that they are, why you're going through those challenges. Because I'm seeing that with the Nine of Inspiration in here, you are very determined. The next thing that's coming in your way as good news is that you're not gonna second guess your choices. You're going to be very clear on your mind. And you're also going to start seeing things from a very different perspective. It's as if like you're going to start seeing that things are not as black and white. You have many other options. And if you feel a little bit trapped and hopeless and choiceless at the moment, this is not gonna stay for so long. You're going to start seeing things from a perspective of love, literally. It's going to help you release a lot. It might be also helping you to release some kind of like a foundation that is not serving you anymore. Like, you might have started off with something that was good for you, but now I feel like things needs to change in order for the stability to stay in your life. If this is a relationship, I see that some change is coming in there. Can we get a clarity for this? Okay, there is definitely a change coming in for you, the Death. I feel like your needs have changed and you are going to be needing to communicate your needs. If this is a person to a person, if this is a job to a workplace, or if you have clients, then to your clients, if you're changing how you operate your products, etc., you might need to, you are going to basically communicate what you need and what you're not providing anymore and the reasons why and what you need in order to keep being happy and fulfilled, and what you can provide instead. I just want to get one more card. What's the Four of Inspirations for? This might be about your friendships. You might be upgrading your friendships as well. Just one more card. Oof. 8 of Emotions. Definitely leaving some things behind that's not serving you anymore, from 7 to the 8. Like, once you start seeing that you have multiple options, you're not going to feel like bounded by leaving some things behind that are not serving you anymore. You're going to reach out to your happily ever after, like a 10 of Materials. You're going to be financially very abundant. You're going to have the true soul connections you want, the true love that you want. Just know that things are not black and white. Like, if you're going through a hard patch in your relationship at the moment, it doesn't mean that you're gonna have to break up with that person. No. If you don't wanna, why? Like, I feel like this is just indicating that you're going through a transition period. Once you're transitioning, once you're leveling up and elevating it, if the other person would like to stay in our lives, they should do the same. And I feel like how they can do it, if you want to keep them in your life, is literally stating them. Like, what has changed for you? Like, what are your new criteria? What are your basically new requirements to be happy? What are your new interests? Let's say that you have a new interest that you want to keep pursuing it daily, then this means that you could actually like spare less time for your loved ones than just stating it clearly. Like, if they want to stay in your life, they're going to be supportive, and most probably you're going to do the same for them as well. You're definitely releasing something. Like, since you're releasing things, since they're upgrading it for you, it doesn't mean that those things had to leave from your life. If you don't want them, they don't have to. But I'm also seeing that you're very determined about leaving some things behind emotionally once they were serving you, and you're not feeling any regret towards it anymore. Woof. So we have Supermoon. Its emotions are running high and a personal issue reaches resolution. If you had a lot of emotional ups and downs, if you had a lot of, let's say, even like some mental breakdowns, or like very shaky emotions everywhere, and you even didn't understand like how things are happening or why they're happening in that way, I feel like it was just because with the Death card in the middle of them, you have been not expressing your own needs for a long while. You have been trying to basically shut them down, pull them under the rug, because you didn't understand why they were happening. Like, you didn't want it to happen in that way. But then the more you wanted to suppress it, the more they have been becoming explosive. So I'm seeing that you are embracing your true self, true needs, your mind, your body, your heart and soul fully. So that whenever the emotions are rising up that high, you're not going to resist it that long. You're going to let it out of your body, and then your loved ones could also see that, okay, this is her or this is him. They need that. It's not about me. Let it flow through. And then once you're not creating that much of resistance towards what needs to leave out your body in an energetic field, you're also not going to affect the ones around you that you love that much negatively, because they're not going to take it personally. Definitely new romantic cycle begins to meditate and contemplate. I'm seeing that a very wishy-washy and dreamy cycle is going to start in your relationships. Once you transform this energy, once you accept yourself as who you are, and still the Death card is in the middle, you're going to start a very romantic and equal give and take cycle, romantic cycle with someone specific, and also in your friendships I'm picking up on. Or if this is like physical thing you want to pursue, if you're making an investment, you are going to get back and return the equal or even more amount. So once you're releasing this cycle, which you're on the embark of making a decision towards it, and you cannot choose any wrong way, by the way, towards doing that, you are going to be happier than ever. You're at number 3. But I hope they were helpful, the messages, and they resonated with you. I just want to tell you that please go and take a nap or a rest. I feel like it, so maybe this is how you're feeling at the moment too. But if you like the reading, please give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe. It really do helps me. And if you want to connect with me for personal reading, you can find my email address in the description box below. But I'm wishing you an amazing rest of your week. Until then, take care of yourselves and hope to see you next time. Bye bye.